Hello, my name is Jennifer Pollard and I'm running for Kalamazoo School Board Trustee. I read an article in the Kalamazoo Gazette about the school board elections in Kalamazoo, and one of the quotes in the article was from Eric Bryshek, who retiring trustee, and he was asking parents of current school children to consider running for school board. So I had thought about it for a long time on how I was going to contribute, and I thought that this would be a great way, considering my skills and my past experience, that this is the place where I feel that I can be most effective in helping Kalamazoo students achieve their best. I am a parent of 5 small children. I have twin 8-year-olds, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1.5-year-old. And I did the math, and my youngest graduates in the class of 2027. So I have a long-term investment in Kalamazoo Public Schools. And so I'm very motivated to make sure that the schools are the best, not only for my school children, but for all school children. And I'm also very involved in my children's school. They attend King Westwood. And I'm president of the PTO. I'm in the school all the time. I'm lucky enough to be a stay-at-home mom at this point in my life. So I'm at the school. I'm talking to the teachers. I'm talking to the administration. I know what's going on. I'm kind of got a unique perspective of what's going on the ground in Kalamazoo Public Schools. And since the school board sets policy and makes broad decisions, having the perspective of someone who's in the schools every day and seeing how those policies are being carried out, I think is a very unique and important perspective. Before I stayed home with my children, I managed the business for small businesses, the finances of small businesses, and so I have 15 years experience working with finances, budgets, spreadsheets. I understand the financial end. So I think that mix of having the financial experience and having my children involved will make a good, solid setup for the Kalamazoo School Board. Having less money to work with looks like it's going to be inevitable no matter what, no matter how the state budget comes down. My priority is to make sure that the students in the classroom feel as little impact of those revenue cuts as possible. That means that there will be the services that directly affect students and teachers should have as little cut as possible. I would like to see some consolidation of services countywide, if that works for the system, especially something like transportation, those nature. I would not want to see anything that involves curriculum being centralized countywide. I would think curriculum should stay in Kalamazoo, especially since we have the promise. We need to make sure that our students are educated so that they can take full advantage of the promise. So that those types of services need to stay in Kalamazoo, need to be controlled by our school board and our administration, and we need to make sure that those systems are least affected. We want student achievement to be the highest so that our students are prepared to take full advantage of this wonderful gift that we have in the Kalamazoo Promise. One of our greatest assets in KPS is our immense diversity. It's one of the reasons that I love sending my children to Kalamazoo Public Schools. However, having diversity also presents its own problems. Student achievement is the focus of, right now, our current board and our current administration's long-range goals, and I think that needs to stay that. We need to keep our focus on student achievement and increase our emphasis on making sure that all students have the opportunities and the skills to be successful after they graduate from school. We need to make sure that not only our highest achieving students are successful, but that our students who have additional struggles with economics, with having not had early childhood education, those students we need to make sure that those students aren't left to the wayside or fall to the lowest. And I think our current administration, our current school board has done a fabulous job of getting that ball rolling. We have double blocking in middle school so that students who are struggling have the opportunity to increase their skills. We need to we're working on earlier childhood. In kindergarten, we're getting them ready, prepared by having them work on homework from the earliest ages. All of those efforts will pay dividends, and we need to continue in that vein so that all our children are successful. From my perspective as a parent, I think our greatest asset are the people that we have working in Kalamazoo Public Schools, from our teachers to our support staff, administration, all the way up to, I think we have a fabulous superintendent, and we have a really strong school board. The people I think, have been buoyed by the great hope that the Kalamazoo Promise has given us. And I think that the enthusiasm and the effort that the staff puts into our students is our greatest effort. And we need to make sure that we are fostering a situation where the staff can grow. We need to encourage them to do continuing education. We need to encourage them to be seeking out the best technology, to give our students the cutting edge to be successful in the world beyond education, their education. I think that we need to make sure encourage our parents to be involved in their students' lives, in their students' education. Parental involvement, studies show parental involvement is key to having successful students. Parents who are involved in their students' education grow students who are extremely successful. We need to encourage parents to be active partners with teachers and administration, and I think that will indeed help our children to be successful. I think that my experience having a large family, being involved in schools, and my background in finance will help me to bring a perspective to the school board that is much needed. I am very excited about what Kalamazoo Public Schools has begun and the great success that they have achieved, and I am looking forward to being a part of that continued success. I think one thing that I'm very passionate about and I would like to encourage is early childhood education. I have young small children who are not yet in school, and I see the importance of educating them from birth all the way through high school. And parents are children's first educators, and I would like to see programs that encourage parents to become involved in educating their children from a very young age. I think that there are lots of opportunities to do that, and if we gave parents opportunities, gave them information, and gave them tools that they can use, resources that we can bring into our classrooms students who are prepared to learn, who are excited about education, and parents who are committed to Kalamazoo Public Schools from the moment they entered their first building. Thank you.